Okay, if you're going to Japan this year, can we please skip those overhyped TikTok products? See ya. I've tried a good amount of these, and let me hold your hand when I say this, they're not that good. So I'm gonna show you lesser known products that are so worth your yen and what to look for instead. Everyone knows about this product, and it is the Keana rice mask. In Japanese, it's called okome no paku, which translates to rice pack. And I say I saw everyone buying these, I'm not kidding you. I was like, there must be something gold about this and I have to get my hands on it. So I bought this one, and I also got the sheet mask version. And obviously you know what I'm about to say. It's not that great. It's not worth it. I do love the packaging and the aspect of like squeezing something out of a little bag. The texture is really fun. Like, it is like mashed up rice that you put on your face. Like, so much so that I was like, ooh, I want to eat this. Like, ah. But when you look at reviews online, even the locals are like, I don't understand what the big deal is about this product. Their biggest claim is that it gets rid of blackheads. And most of the reviews I've seen, they're like, this doesn't work. It doesn't do what it actually says it does. If anything, when I tried this the next day, I woke up and my skin was a little smoother, but there's no difference than that in using a moisturizer the night before. You might want to try the texture of the rice on your face, but trust me, only get one of them if you're going to. Like, don't go out of your way to get any more. Save your money for some other really good sheet mask, which I'm about to give you right now. Also, I'm very sorry if you can hear my laundry going on in the background. I'm like, why would you do laundry when you have to give the people what they want? I'm gonna put you on 2 sheet masks that are absolutely amazing. The first one is from a brand called One Stone Two Birds, and it's a pink sheet mask. I will make sure that I link everything down below in my descriptions. And this is a sheet mask that one of my cousins gave to me while I was in Japan, and she said that it is very popular amongst the Japanese girls. Since then, I've tried it out and I am so obsessed. As a side note, I usually get microneedling done like 3 times a year, and every single time my skin is just destroyed. Like, obviously peeling, it's going through a recovery stage. And when I use this mask, it cut my recovery time in half. I'm telling you, please get this. Like, it is so special. What's great too is one sheet mask contains 1 full bottle of this serum. I think it's a really good bang for your buck, and also travel wise, you don't have to buy the serum itself, which is going to add more weight to your suitcase. You can just get a bunch of these sheet masks. The second sheet mask is the Toriden sheet mask, and it's rated number 2 on Cosme. And this is a Korean brand. However, you can buy it at Cosme in Japan. If you don't know what Cosme is basically like the Sephora or the Ulta of Japan. It's actually pretty on the newer side. Like, when I was growing up, I don't remember having them, but you can find them in Tokyo or Osaka. They have a bunch of them everywhere, like smaller ones or like massive HQ ones. I loved it so much that I actually picked up not only the mask itself, but also the bottle and also a refill bag of this serum particularly. I find that in Asian skincare, the serums that are really popular, they do convert them into sheet masks, and I do love that because it's for the sheer convenience of it. This next one has been very popular for a very long time. It's an OG, so I feel like I'm going to get heavily burned if I say this, but I just want to tell you guys the truth. It is the Hada Labo Shirojun Essence. This one specifically is an OG. I've been seeing this since I was a kid and watching my aunt put it on her face like when I was like 10 years old. But if you didn't already know this, with Asian skincare, it's more whitening. So essentially it's kind of like a bleaching effect for your skin. With this whole collection, I've tried maybe a few of them now. I don't see much of a difference. Maybe there's a little bit, but it's not an insane amount. I think for the price, it can be okay, but it's not really an essence that I would reach for if I were to go back to Japan again. I think there are other really good like lotions or toners, whether they're from Japanese or Korean skincare, that will give you something that you cannot get here in the States. I will also do a mention bonus of the SK2 clear skin lotion that everyone talks about. Really expensive in the States to buy SK2, but if you buy SK2 brands in Japan, not only do you get it tax-free and duty-free, so it's a little bit cheaper, but I will tell you, I had the bottle for maybe 2 months when I came home, and I threw it in the trash with half of it left. That's how much I very much do not agree that that is a purchase worth getting, especially because it is on the pricier side. So instead, I'm gonna put you on some other really awesome products that I highly recommend you try. Disclaimer that I am going to put with this section is that I haven't fully tried any of the products that I'm about to recommend to you, but let me Like, hear me out. Why? Because for the past 30 years I've been going to Japan, I've only been trying these, and I'm finally at a point where like I need to try something different, and I'm going to do extensive research on it, and I really want to look into more essences that I cannot get here in the States. We're getting better and better at getting Japanese products in America. I don't know about Canada or anywhere else, but at least in the States, I'm seeing more and more products that we have access to in Japan. So if I'm gonna get my little butt all the way out to Japan, I'm gonna get products that I can only get there. And this is a skincare that is not accessible to us here, and it only is in Japan, and that is placenta skincare. One product that I have on the top of my list of when I go back to Japan this year is a product called Nature Conc. It's a milk essence that's mainly derived out of placenta. When you go on cosme.com, there's a full section dedicated to placenta skincare. Nature Conc is the #1 ranked by all of the girlies and the most popular bought and the most highly reviewed, so that's why it's on the top of my list, and there's a couple more under it that I'll link also in my descriptions. Now, it kind of depends on your skin concerns, but from what I read about placenta, all the vitamins and aminos and growth factors, they help mainly with fading dark spots or hyperpigmentation, but they also help with overall skin texture and like any roughness, and I tend to kind of get that like on my chin and sometimes on my cheeks a little bit. Asia's the one who's really leading the way. I mean, look how popular snail mucin and salmon DNA become. I really do think placenta and growth factors are the way to go in the nicest way possible. If you go to Japan and you don't get sunscreen, what are you doing? Why are you even going? I don't want you to get the wrong sunscreen when you went all the way out there. So the first sunscreen that I'm going to debunk is the Shiseido Sports Sunscreen. This is a good sunscreen, I guess, if you're really active, like you're surfing and swimming, and like I get it, like this is what it's for. But I know we're better than that, because when I put this on, it is so hard to rub in that I look like Voldemort with a wig on. I look like Casper in a swimsuit. I look like someone who doesn't know how to rub their sunscreen in when I try so hard and I don't want to rub my face off. So that's a problem. I would not use that to wear makeup over. It definitely is for like a sport sunscreen, but there are so much better sunscreens out there that I can highly recommend. My personal favorite lately has been the Allie Gel UV sunscreen. This is an SPF 50 plus, so we know it's very, very good. I've been using this every day since I got back from Japan, and when I tell you I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed. I can barely feel it. Like, that's how sunscreen should be. It doesn't have a strong smell. Shiseido tends to put a lot of perfumes in their products, which I don't really love either. I would look for gel when you go over to Japan and look for sunscreen, because that's when you know the texture is going to be very, very light. It feels so effortless under makeup, you can barely notice it. Sometimes I accidentally just put that on without moisturizer, and that's how hydrating it is. One other bonus is we don't have a lot of chapsticks here that have sunscreen, and the ones that do literally go on your lips like all white. Every time I see like surfers here in California put sunscreen on their lips, I'm like, girl, we can do better than that. And this is where the best gatekept product is in Japan, and I like don't want to tell you because I don't want you to buy it, but I love you, so I'll do it. It is called the Mentum lipstick free chapstick. I knew this was good because I went to 3 drugstores, and every time I went to the chapstick area, this product was gone. It was either not there on the racks or there was only one left, and I was like, okay, I need to get my grubby little hands on them because I know it's good. What is so awesome about this product is that it is a chapstick, and so when you still put it on, it's really hydrating, but once it's applied, it like uses your skin's heat or something to transfer a color onto your lips. And Mentum is a brand that's known for like their medicated chapstick, so they basically made one that has color in it. If there's one thing I learned since I got into skincare, is that it's sunscreen, and the fact that we ignore our lips is a huge no-no. Let's move on to hair products. So I know one product that is so big in Japan is the And Honey hair mask. I've been seeing this product since I was a kid, so I thought it was funny that I was going viral because I always thought it was kind of chintzy looking in terms of the packaging, and I didn't always think it was like that great of a brand. One thing that I can't stand, and this is just like me ranting and griping, is that this packaging is so terrible. The pump is very sensitive, so you could literally put one pump in and it's way too much. It's all over my hands. I would have to have like triple times my hair for that one pump to actually be worth it for, and it's very, very liquidy, so then my hands are just so oily and they're just so like slippery snake, and it's just a mess. Is it phenomenally better than other hair oils I've used? No, and that's why I don't think it's worth the hype. When it comes to hair serums or oils, I would just skip them altogether and save your money if you're going to Japan. We personally have better products, and when I say we, I say like the States. You look at the top 3 ranked hair treatment oils in Japan, they're mostly ones that we have access to, like Moroccan oil or Nux oil. So there's really no point because we already do it better and focus more on skincare brands that we can't get. I think that's the biggest problem about shopping in Japan is we're starting to buy things that we can easily get here. I think what would be important for me when I go back to Japan is being really intentional on what I'm gonna get and getting things that I truly cannot get here in the States. The next product that is incredibly overhyped is face washes, more specifically the Wasosen cleansing foam. There's also another cleansing foam that's popular that's really similar to this one, and it's the Perfect Whip cleansing foam that we see online everywhere. Growing up, I used both of those face washes a lot, and they just really broke me out, and it's mainly because they really dry your skin out. If you have dry skin like me, save your money. Don't even try getting those cleansing foams. They're not worth it. They're going to strip your skin barrier like crazy. Every time I use it, yes, I do feel really squeaky clean. I feel like I got everything off of my skin, but it overstrips the natural oils on my skin and therefore really dries me out and then eventually breaks me out. I personally like our cleansers better here in the States. Love all of like the Cetaphil's and CeraVe cleansers that we use here. They're super gentle, especially again for dry skin. But instead in Japan, I would focus a lot more on cleansing oils. One that I don't have with me, but I will link it and show it up here, is the DHC cleansing oil. That is a classic. It's a tried and true. I believe that one's pretty hyped up on the internet as well, and that one is for a very good reason. Just like Japanese food, there's not that many ingredients in it, but it has a powerful punch and it's really affordable. I will make a disclaimer that some of these overhyped products have really actually made me become so trusting of the internet and over influenced, because some of these products have been absolutely game changing for me. One of them that I will continue to talk about is the Milano CC serum. I've used so many different vitamin C serums, from SkinCeuticals, Drunk Elephant, like those high-end brands, to very like low-end like drugstore brands, and I just could never find something that was good in terms of the results, but also the texture. I'm very particular about like sticky things on my face. I can't stand it. I don't like to feel like I have anything on my face, and when I'm telling you the Milano CC serum does just that, mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Chef's kiss. I did buy this premium version. This was like behind a glass at the drugstore. The premium version is to help ensure that if you're someone who's like acne prone, it doesn't break you out as much. I'm not too sensitive, so I would just recommend getting the original one and not having to pay more for the premium, because I just don't think it's really that worth it unless you have really like susceptible to breakout kind of skin. I'm also about to expose my wallet when I say I spent $2,000 on my Japan haul. I know, $2,000. And if you want to see everything that I bought, go watch this video next. It explains every single thing that I got. Going to Japan, getting a shopping list is very much important, because once you get there, it's very overwhelming. So I even created a little section in that video about things to get if you only have like a small budget. You don't get carried away, because it's very easy. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.